Okay, we have the Philco chassis out basting in the sun here, and we'll blow it off with the air compressor. And I'm thinking of how I could wash this thing carefully. I don't know whether I want to use a little bit of Murphy's oil soap or something and just gently wash it, but I don't want any moisture getting inside of where it shouldn't be. But we'll go over and take a look at the cabinet next. Okay, outside looking at the cabinet here, someone brought up an interesting point I didn't notice, but the tube actually has a dimple in it, in the glass, which I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty hard to believe that it can be an indent. Of course, it is a remanufactured tube, but how the heck does it get I've never seen that myself. It's got a little bubble in our beautiful CRT. So we'll get the chassis in this and see what happens with that high voltage now present. Okay, back on the Philco, we gave the cabinet a little swabbing out. Someone had written the horizontal output tube 6JZ6 on the piece of tape there. We have the two speakers. Speakers still drying here, a little wet. It will dry today, the tube chart, and our bottom firing speaker. What's funny about this CRT is not only that it has a bubble in it, is that it doesn't even have a number on it. It just says 23FD, like it must be a designation of the glass or something, but this V135 must be the manufacturer. It might be Video Display Corp, who knows? The company that yelled at me for calling about CRTs. And so the wood's kind of nice. We just gave it a little swab down, a little dry, but gave it a little Murphy's oil soap, and we'll throw the chassis back in this, and let's see what it does. Not totally restored, but at least it could go in the house safely. And the chassis, after we blew it out with some compressed air, we'll make the final repairs on this later on, but let's just throw it in the set and see if we get a picture. Okay, as I said, we got ready to reintroduce things and get a picture on this.
That's no good.
Okay, on the Philco. It's in the cabinet running. Speaker's a little crispy. So we'll make our final repairs at a later date. We do have a picture, but we have the famous Philco fold over, rolls when it's warm issue. Now, I did not put that capacitor back in. That was removed. That I don't know what it was doing there. The spring-loaded door doesn't have its spring, but we'll fix that. We'll get to that. But the tube has good brightness and contrast, and some fold over, which I've been able to eliminate, but it still isn't quite perfect. So we'll have to start looking in the area of that vertical circuit here to see just what, because the we just can't get the front of this.
This tunnel's going to pieces. Got to be clear from here to where
to
the water
behave
starts.
the way it's supposed to. Oh, wrong one there. An excessive fold over.
You're on your own.
So let's put that 40 microfarad in there and see what we get. Okay, on the Philco, I've gone ahead and just added a, oh, it's only about 20 microfarad, but I upped the voltage. I put two 33s in parallel, so it gives me like 17. I'm not going to worry about balancing resistors across these two caps or anything at the moment, but what I do want is to see if it made any difference in the rolling of the picture and whatnot. So it seemed to have made some difference. Let's take a look. other than being a little shrunk up, it's of course we don't have the finger off the microphone. Okay, back on the Philco, what I've gone ahead and done is added those two capacitors. Well, actually, I put two 33s in parallel, in series. And I'm not going to go into load balancing resistors across the two or whatnot, but you would think you have 33 at 250s would give you 500 volts across them, but I guess it does not. Some mathematical equation means I only get about 2/3 that. Well, anyway, seeing the pin is supposedly 400 and it's only running about 3 something in the SAMs, I figure we're good there for now. So let's go and see what it did, if it did anything to the vertical on the front. Now see, it was at about 90 volts. It had a pretty linear picture here, but we'll see what we can do with the adjustments here. See if I can do the linearity any better, or then we got to start looking around that tube. But this is what all these Philcos are famous for. I'm trying to look for the call out here. The vertical size, contrast, vertical linearity. Okay, these two right here. This is the vertical linearity, which is what we don't have. That's the top, and I squish the top, but I get fold over on the bottom. Let's try the size. I experience fold over. These Philcos are just known for this sort of thing. Seems everyone you come across has some kind of vertical thing going on. My fold over. So our vertical is not well, but at least it, I say, it plays a picture. We're going to have to start troubleshooting this vertical stuff here and see what happens. Check out some voltages. And more to come on the...
I don't understand it. That police car got there in a hurry. Yeah. They don't have to duck up the police cars. Or roadblocks.
The speaker on the front is a little crispy.
You'll sit up there. Come here.
We're playing through the DVD recorder featured in a prior post.
You'll sit up there at that phone booth. I'll get in my car, and I'll go to the phone booth on the other road out of there.
So how to troubleshoot vertical linearity and fold over problems will be next. And again, that's in the 6F. No, that's the horizontal. That's in the vertical 6JZ8 Compactron. And it's right near that couplet with that strange circuit in it. I've had problems in this area before. I don't see any electrolytics. And I don't think that electrolytic on the B plus boost is really doing anything. But it was there. So we'll see what we can come up with. Again, that'll be it for the Philco for now. And thanks for watching.